Happy Monday! I hope that you guys are doing well, had a good weekend. So I am preparing for a trip. Tomorrow I leave for Utah. So I'm flying into Vegas tomorrow, and on Wednesday I'm going to drive up to southern Utah. It's a place called Leeds, and I'm going for a doTERRA retreat. So it'll be a summit with the owners and, some top leaders across the company. So I'm very excited to go, but I'm not excited to get there. The travel part for me is always creates a lot of anxiety. So let me just tell you, for those of you who don't really know me, let me tell you something about me. Number one, I am a control freak. I don't really know a nice way to say it. I'm a control freak. I need to be in control as much as possible. So because of that, I plan in advance, and I'm very thorough when it comes to planning, because I need to make sure I have all my stuff, right? And I am just very in tune with myself and my needs and all of that. And if So that's part one, is that I am a control freak. Part two, I'm just naturally quite anxious, like probably because I need to be in control, but the two go hand in hand. But I'm naturally quite anxious, and I'm always like concerned and worried, and any place that I go, I'm always like aware of my surroundings, and I always have an exit strategy. So maybe you understand why flying is difficult for me. I do it scared. I've done it for years. I vow to never let my fear stop me from living my life. But I get anxious, super anxious when I travel. Pre-Ōily life, I would take a Valium. I'd have a prescription of Valium that I would use when I travel. And let me tell you, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Valium, but I would take 2 Valium for like an hour and a half flight to New York. That's how bad my anxiety was. The challenge, like what scares me about dealing with anxiousness, is that, especially when I'm flying, is that my blood pressure goes up really high when I'm super anxious. So that that concerns me. And especially as I'm getting older, I want to be aware of all of those things. Okay, I don't want to have a stroke on a plane. Like, that would be bad, right? So I have learned how to do this naturally. Okay. And in 2021, I went to Utah for the first time. I was traveling by myself, number one, I was terrified just in general. Number two, we were in the middle of a pandemic at that time, and I was concerned about that. Not overly concerned, but I was concerned about that. And it was my first time flying without any sort of medication, and my first time in like 10 years without flying without Valium. So I researched, the best oils and the best supplements, and I did it. I flew for the first time without Valium, and I was fine. When you go into Utah, Salt Lake, there's a lot of mountains. So usually there's some turbulence when you're coming in. And I was fine. I was so proud of myself. And so since then, I've had to travel a lot with doTERRA. So since then, I have just refined, and I continue to refine my process. And so I want to share it with all of you. Okay. It's a lot. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you right now, it's a lot, but it works quite well for me. So the first thing that I want to show you, these supplements here. So for me, when it comes to anxiety, I do all 3 ways. I use the oils aromatically, topically, and internally. But I feel like internally is the best way for me to use my oils to help support my anxiousness, right? And these are my 3 powerhouse supplements: Serenity, Copaiba, and Adaptiv. I take these every night to sleep. I take 1 of each every night to sleep because I'm an anxious sleeper as well. So my brain is going through all the things. So this helps to calm my brain. So this is what I take when I travel, but I double it up. Okay. Well, 1 of them I triple it up, but I double it up. So I take 2 of each of these, 2 Copaiba, 2 Serenity soft gels, and 2 Adaptiv pills. I take 2 of each, when the plane starts to take off. Because I have been in situations before when I took Valium where I would take the Valium as soon as I got on the plane, and then we sat for like 2 hours. that I was just near panic that year, that time, years ago. So now I've learned, don't take it until we are actually about to take off, okay? What I'm gonna do this time is I'm gonna take an Adaptiv pill when I leave my house, when I'm headed to the airport, because my anxiety gets started, you know, just now it's like my brain is triggered. Airport equals anxiety. So my body already starts to like react to it, right? Hey girl. My body starts to react to it. So this time tomorrow, before I leave the house, I will take or when I'm on my way to the airport, I'll take an Adaptiv, and then I will take these other supplements, 2 Serenity, 2 Copaiba, 2 Adaptiv, right before I fly out. It's about a 5-hour flight, so that should keep me good. But if not, don't you worry, I've got a solution, okay? All right, so let me show you how I do it and how I pack. First of all, when you travel, you should always have I recommend that you have a reusable water bottle. You can't bring water in, so I just take it into the airport empty, and then I fill it up at the airport. I don't know how clean those receptacles are, what is it, the little water filter thingies are, but I do it, and I put some lemon essential oil in there. Sometimes I'll put Digest Zen in there, because your digestive system, when you're anxious, your digestive system shuts down. So you might find that you have tummy issues when you travel. I do. It's a lot of fun. We'll talk later about how fun it's been traveling like that. Okay, so make sure you have a water bottle. Bring it empty and then fill it up when you get there. Otherwise, bottled water at the airport is like $5, and that offends my heart. Tomorrow, I will put in lemon, lavender, and peppermint. All right, I'm doing that because you can probably see my allergies are flared with everything. I was outside yesterday. So for my allergies, but also lavender is very calming when I ingest it. Oh my goodness, it's so incredibly calming in my body. So I'll probably go heavy on the lavender in there. It just keeps me really nice and calm. The lemon, in case that water filter is not the best. And then the peppermint, again, just kind of opens up the respiratory system. So keep your bottle handy, fill it up when you get in there, put your oils in there. So you also have your water for when you're ready to take your supplements. Okay? You don't have to ask for water when you get on the plane. See? I've been here, guys. I've been here. All right. So that's what I do. Now, when I get on the plane, I have a carry-on. I'm trying a new carry-on bag this time. We're going to see how it works. It's a doTERRA tote, and it's got this little cutesy thing right here. Isn't that cute? I'll show you what's in there. And so I will have a little mini supplement pack. Yes, this is mini. I'll show you my larger ones in a minute. My little mini supplement pack right there. So when I get in there and I go to grab my supplements, it's just right there. I don't have to dig into my bag. So in this mini supplement pack, I have 6 different compartments. I have Digest Zen and Terrazyme because my stomach goes crazy when I'm about to fly. And then I have my 2 Copaiba, my Copaiba, Serenity, and Adaptiv here. I do, one for coming and one for going. I just go ahead and pre-sort that so it's done. And then there's an extra Adaptiv in there for me to take when I'm traveling to the airport. And then I have my just regular daily supplements. I have those pre-sorted there for the day, so I don't have to carry around my big supplement pack. Okay, so that's where my supplements are, and then they're in this little easy to find tote right here. All right, so I've got them internal. I told you I take it all 3 ways. So I'm taking my oils internally. Now topically, I have a bunch of roller bottles, which are also in my little side pocket here. The ones that I have for anxiousness, I have a little fanny pack. Let me show you how cute this little thingy is. Oh, it's cute. And I have my little anxious soul oils here attached to the side. There is Vetiver. And I know it's a little hood, but I'm going to actually put the Vetiver on my toes, on my big toes when I get onto the plane. I'll probably do it in the morning before I leave, but also right when we're about to take off, I'll just rub my toes down, and then I have socks that I put on. I look like an old lady. I'm going to actually try to capture the whole routine tomorrow. So Vetiver on my toes in the morning on my big toe, right? That's a reflexology point to the brain. Vetiver is a natural tranquilizer. So if you have all these anxious thoughts like me, I'm always like, Okay, so what if this happens? So what about this? And then I gotta do this thing. That's what happens to me. So this helps to calm that down. Within seconds, y'all, it just really calms down the brain. And then I have rose essential oil over the heart. What I love about rose, number one, it smells divine, but it works really fast for me. So when I'm doing like public speaking, when I have to do some of these, doTERRA events, doTERRA stays pushing me out of my comfort zone, by the way, but rose over the heart is how I am able to speak in front of large amounts of people without fainting. So just rose over the heart, massage it in. And for me, it works really quickly to get rid of that, physiological response. That's what I'm after. I'm trying to calm my body down. My brain is still aware, like, okay, the plane could crash. Like this is true. My brain is aware of that, but all of the things that I'm doing help to keep my body from responding to that. All those chemicals that your body starts to produce when you're in fight or flight. I am in literally fight or flight mode the entire trip. So I'm trying to counteract that and calm my body down. And so these are the tools. So we take the supplements internally, and then I do rose over the heart and vetiver on the toe. And anytime I start to feel a little anxious flying, I'll just go and apply it over the heart. I'm changing it up. This trip, usually I do, like last trip, I think I did Peace, which has vetiver in it, and Adaptiv. Adaptiv I love. I am out. I've been giving Adaptiv away like crazy lately, and so I don't have any more. But those two are right here, boom, 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 and ready to rock and roll. And then I have another pack of oils in my little compartment here. These are just oils that I take when I travel. And I was very specific about this trip. This trip is a little easier because all we're doing is we're like hiking and masterminding and meeting and things like that. So I don't have to bring a lot of extra stuff because we're only going to be doing a few things. So the roller bottles that I'm taking with me as an aside, just so that you guys know, helichrysum in case of any sort of cuts, scrapes, anything that happens on the trip. I also have lavender for the same reason. I have motivate and in tune so that I can be focused and present in the moment during the summit. And then I also have these two oils, and I travel with these all the time. This has been my key to successfully not getting sick. I mean, I could get sick this time, but usually what I do is On Guard and frankincense, and I do it over the throat. So right before I take off, once again, and before I step foot in the airport, I do frankincense and On Guard over my throat and just kind of rub it in. And I do that like every 2 hours when I'm traveling. Like every few hours, I just go and just reapply it. Or if I'm going to be around hundreds of people, I'll just go in and reapply that way just to kind of protect the body. On Guard is very researched for how it supports the immune system. So the goal is to get on the plane with a strong immune system. This works alongside of your immune system so that if something does come up, there's some sort of bacteria or viral infection that I'm introduced to while I'm traveling, my body's going to be ready, like, pew, pew, pew. My body's ready to fight it. And then, of course, frankincense helps to support the immune system. It's also incredibly grounding. It has so many cellular benefits. So these are the two that I use to support myself, my immune system when I travel. Some people have travel anxiety because they're afraid to travel during a pandemic. So this is for you, boo, okay? So those all go in my little side compartment here. Also in my side compartment here are On Guard wipes, right? So if you're concerned, then this is what you do. So as soon as I get on the plane, I take out one of these wipes and I start to wipe down like the tray, because I use the tray and stuff for my laptop. I wipe it all down before I get started. I also have On Guard hand gel. I use it profusely when I'm traveling. So there you have it. I have my earphones because if you're like me, then you need to distract yourself. You need to distract all the senses. So I have music in, or I'm watching a movie, or I'm watching something. And usually I'm also multitasking. I'm like trying to catch up on work or something. But I'm trying to distract myself from like, what was that noise? Oh, what was that bump? It's real bad, y'all. It's real bad. Okay, so my headphones are there. And then I also have gum here. This is a natural gum. It's not necessarily good, but just for the ears popping. And those are the things that I have in my little side compartment here, which I think is so cute, so handy. And then I also have peppermint. And I like peppermint because I do wear a mask when I travel. I'm wearing paper mask this time, so I won't put the peppermint directly on the mask, but I will put it on my nose before I put the mask on, just to open up the respiratory system. Sometimes I'll put it over my chest. I try to go easy on the peppermint when I travel, because on an airplane, because it's a small space, and you know, people have sensitivities and they don't necessarily want to smell my oils. They're gonna. But I try not to go too hard on the super intense oils. So in my carry-on bag, I don't check any bags, by the way. That just increases anxiety. So I do not check any bags. That's another post for a different day. So inside of my carry-on bag, I have like another little bag here, which has my iPad in there, and some more doTERRA hand wipes, my little mask. The only thing that I'm missing here is Kleenex, so I'm gonna have to make a run today to pick that up. And then I have a few other things like my lipstick and such, and my glasses, and you know, just a few other things. But it's super easy and convenient because it's just in this little pouch, and I don't have to like dig for it. And then of course I have snacks, because I mean, you have to travel with snacks because you're gonna pay. The airport needs to stop. You're paying like $5 for a banana. No. So I just have some Kind bars in here. I love Kind bars. And then you know it, as soon as I land, I will Meta Power up. So I have my Meta Power there. And then I also have matcha. Yes, matcha powder. I'm bringing this because usually these retreats, it's an early morning, it's a late night, and I need a little bit of extra support. So when I do a matcha with a Meta Power, I'm set for the day. So I'll do like a latte, or I'll add it to my smoothies in the morning. And yes, I confirmed that they will have my vegan protein powder there, and there is a blender. I've confirmed all of that because I'm over prepared. All right, so that is how, those are the things that I'll be using when I get on the plane. But then when I get to Leeds, and I'll be there for 5 days, so I'll be there Tuesday through Saturday. I come back Saturday night. I want to stay on my routine. And honestly, I've been a bit off my routine, so I've got to get back on it. And so now is the time. So this is my little pill pack. It's really ugly, but I tried to make it cute with some doTERRA stickers. I don't know. What are you going to do? I love it because it gives you morning and afternoon, plus it gives you 6 extra compartments for your supplements. And so you see my Tuesday supplements are already in my little smaller version. So this is the bigger version. And I just separate my supplements throughout the day for morning and afternoon. I take my Lifelong Vitality, my Meta Power. I think there's On Guard soft gels in here. That's the other thing that I do, is make sure that I have On Guard in my system before I travel. So the On Guard pills are in here throughout the week, and then I have On Guard in my kit for tomorrow when I travel as well. I'm also drinking On Guard all day today, just to help build up the immune system before you travel. Okay, so that's there. And then there are 6 other compartments here. My Tri-Ease, because my allergies are out of control right now. My Terrazyme, to help, you know, with my digestive system. My On Guard soft gels. If you guys don't have On Guard soft gels and you travel, or you're concerned about getting sick, what are you even doing? On Guard soft gels are amazing. It has the On Guard blend, black pepper, oregano, and Melissa. Powerhouse. This right here, the combination of these two for me has been incredible, no matter what the sickness is. Anything that starts coming, I take these two and take a nap, and it works every time. Okay, and then I have my extra Serenity pills, extra Adaptiv pills, extra Copaiba pills. I am prepared because I am an anxious soul. So I just make sure I have those 3 with me all the time, right? So these are this is my larger pill. And so as we're like going on hikes and stuff like that, I'll just take the larger stuff and put it into the smaller one, so I'm not doing the most. And then I have my nighttime supplements. It's a whole thing. I'm 45, y'all. I'm 45, and I need to feel good. And I also need to just be like calm and woosah and take care of my body. And this is how I do it. My nighttime oils include my Serenity Adaptiv Copaiba combination. It also includes On Guard pills. When I travel, I take an On Guard pill at night just as my body is restoring so that I don't get sick. It also has my phytoestrogen. That's what I use to help balance out the estrogen. I'm 45 and y'all know what's coming. And so I'm really trying to get ahead of it. I believe I'm having a hot flash as we speak. It's really hot in here. So these are my nighttime supplements that I take at night, every night. That's my routine. One last thing. My oils. You know I'm traveling with my oils. I got this really cute little 2-compartment travel thing for your oils. I love it. So the bottom compartment, I have my MetaPower Assist. You know it. You take this 30 minutes before each meal. And then I have beadlets here. I have my MetaPower beadlets and I have my Supermint beadlets just as like a breath, to freshen the breath or to curb a craving. And then I have Freshen the Breath, Supermint, Curb the Craving, MetaPower. And then I don't know if this is going to make it in. I think it's less than 3 ounces. I'm going to try it. But we literally have 3 hikes planned. One of them is at night. Isn't that going to be fun? doTERRA, stay. Okay. I hope I survive. If I don't survive the night hike, then know that I love you all. Okay, so this is what I made for that. I use this in the summertime. I don't remember a lot of bugs in Utah, but there are bugs everywhere I go that harass me. So this is witch hazel, rosewater witch hazel mixed with citronella and also peppermint. So I will spray this like a body splash while we are out hiking in the canyons and in the mountains. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. And then all of my oils. So I have been very selective about which oils I am traveling with. For my anxious soul, I have my Copaiba. And I have a little dropper top because I use that one all the time. I also have my Balance. You know it. I might use Balance on my feet before I go. We'll see, but it'll be with me if I need it. It'll be in my carry-on luggage. I have Serenity for my diffuser at night. I do have a diffuser packed. I have some lavender to help keep everything calm. And then I have citronella and lemongrass for this. I travel with those two for, well, that's lemon, but I have lemongrass and citronella. There's lemongrass. I travel with lemongrass and citronella for 2 reasons. Because of bugs, but also because they're really good deodorizers. So we're going to be sharing a house and sharing bathrooms. So a little citronella and lemongrass in the toilet. You're welcome. Try it. Try it. And then lemon for my water. Yes, for my water. Peppermint for all the things. On Guard, because you should never leave home without it. Digestin for this anxious tummy of mine. And tea tree, because I have a little something happening on my face. So I always like to travel with tea tree with me. And of course, I go nowhere without the king. The king. So I have the king in a roller, and I also have him in the 15 milliliter. I just like to be prepared. Will I use all of these oils? Actually, I probably will. In some way, shape, or form, I will probably use all of those oils. But what I know I will use is these three right here. Serenity, Adaptiv, and Copaiba. This is your combination if you are like me and you have an anxious soul and you got to travel. You got to go places. I hope that this was helpful. And I'm going to try to take you guys along with me throughout the week so you can see all the things that doTERRA has me doing. It'll be fun. All right, guys, I'm going to go get ready for the rest of the day, but you guys have a good one. Bye.